Buenas tardes. En primer lugar, debo decir que es un placer estar aquí en el escenario con Annabel Croft, que es una ex tenista profesional y además una comentarista y personalidad de la televisión en Gran Bretaña.
Oh, thank you, Eddie. It's wonderful to be alongside you as well. Let me introduce Eddie Vidal, international sports announcer and presenter.
Bienvenidos todos a la ceremonia del sorteo del cuadro de la Davis Cup by Rakuten Finals 2022. En primer lugar, queremos agradecer a las autoridades que nos honran con su presencia en esta tarde. El consejero de Educación y Deporte de la Junta de Andalucía, don Alejandro Cardenete. El alcalde de Málaga, don Francisco de la Torre. El director de Deportes de la Diputación de Málaga, don Borja Vivas, y el señor David Haggerty, presidente de la Federación Internacional de Tenis. Y, por supuesto, los representantes de Cosmos, nuestros amigos de la prensa y nuestros invitados. Gracias a todos por acompañarnos en un día tan importante para nosotros y para el mundo del tenis. Y gracias también a todos los que nos están siguiendo online a través del canal de YouTube.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for joining us here in this magnificent setting of the Malaga Museum for the draw ceremony of the Davis Cup by Rakuten Finals 2022. First of all, we would like to welcome our special guests. Education and Sports Councillor from the Andalusian region, Mr. Alejandro Cardenete. Malaga Mayor, Mr. Francisco de la Torre. From the Greater Malaga Province, the Sports Director, Mr. Borja Vivas. And ITF President, Mr. David Haggerty. And a huge thank you also to the Cosmos representatives, our media and partners, and everyone who joins us on YouTube today.
Hace unas semanas se anunció que Málaga acogería la fase final de la Copa Davis. Con más de 120 años de historia, la Copa Davis es la competición oficial de tenis masculino por equipos, en la que los jugadores defienden los colores de su país. Tenemos afición, espectáculo, pasión, color y sobre todo tenis. Mucho tenis y el tenis de los 16 mejores equipos del mundo.
A few weeks ago, it was announced that Malaga would host the Davis Cup Finals. With over 120 years of history, the Davis Cup is the official men's team tennis competition in which players represent their country. Passion, drama, fans, noise, colour, and of course tennis, lots of it, fought between the 16 best teams in the world.
Veamos el vídeo.
Forget everything you know about tennis. This is the Davis Cup. Unleash the hype, the pride, the chants. Unleash the throats and the hearts. Unleash the beats, the chills, the... Unleash every single thing. The world's best tennis unleashed. The best national teams, the best players, and the best rallies. Guess what? Also unleashed. 4 cities, 16 national teams to find the 8 finalists for Malaga. Unleash the show.
Ahora queremos dar la bienvenida al presidente de la Federación Internacional de Tenis, el señor David Haggerty.
We welcome to the stage the ITF President, Mr. David Haggerty. Welcome, David. It's so wonderful to be here in this exciting city of Malaga. And of course, so much to look forward to with the exciting Davis Cup finals in 2022. But first of all, just give us your highlights from last year.
Well, thank you, Annabelle. Certainly 2021 was a fantastic finals. We were in Madrid, we saw the fans, the excitement, and we know that's what Davis Cup is all about. So it was great to see that, and in the lead up to the finals, we had some great turnouts, fan and audience participation, and a lot of viewership when we played in both Innsbruck, even though we had to be behind closed doors, Turin and Madrid. So we're really excited about now taking the next step in 2022.
Bien, 2021 fue desde luego una competición fabulosa, nuestra fase final en Madrid. Realmente pudimos disfrutar de un gran tenis y vimos que hubo gran emoción, muchísimos seguidores y vimos cómo se preparaban para esa fase en Innsbruck, Turín y en Madrid.
Now, of course, I know there's a couple of changes for the format this year, so can you just talk us through the changes and how they might impact and improve the competition?
Sure. Well, as I said, I think last year was really a tremendous success, and we wanted to build on that. And one of the things that we heard from the players and the fans was the excitement of having the 3 cities. So this year we decided to go to 4 cities plus the final host city. And so we know that in Bologna, Glasgow, Hamburg, and Valencia, we'll have great ties, then leading to Malaga here, where we'll have the finals.
Absolutely.
Bien, el año pasado vimos que fue un gran éxito, hablando tanto con jugadores como con el público. Vimos que había muchísima emoción, sobre todo en esas ciudades donde pudimos estar el año pasado. Y este año, al prepararlo, añadiendo una nueva ciudad, pues estamos muy encantados con lo que nos espera. I think it's time to see a video. Veamos un vídeo que nos explicará algo mejor.
Well, certainly looks very exciting, the new format going forward. And Dave, the fans are such a huge part of this competition. So what might they expect here in Malaga in November?
Well, first of all, it's great to be back in Malaga. I remember the first time I was here, I was 10 years old. It seems like years and years ago because it was. But Malaga will be a great host because we know that the Spanish people and the citizens of Malaga and Andalusia will come and really support the players and the fans, and they'll welcome the people that come from many, many nations around the world. So we know the atmosphere will be truly Davis Cup, and that's what it's all about. So we're really excited about that. And the knockout stage, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, the best 8 teams in the world progressing to the finals here will be fantastic, and we're really, really looking forward to that. And finally, I would like to thank Your Excellencies from Malaga, the city, the region, and Andalusia for their tremendous support and the great job that we know that they will do in hosting us here in Malaga. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
La pregunta acerca de qué es lo que pueden esperar los seguidores, pues obviamente los seguidores son una gran parte de nuestra competición y para mí es una maravilla, estoy muy contento de estar de vuelta en esta ciudad. De hecho estuve aquí con 10 años y parece que hace muchos años porque realmente hace muchos años de entonces. Pero sé que Málaga va a ser un gran anfitrión porque van a salir tanto los ciudadanos de Málaga como de toda Andalucía para apoyar a los equipos y para también dar la bienvenida a todos los fans que vengan del resto del mundo. Será una atmósfera, será un ambiente impresionante y sobre todo cuando lleguemos a la fase de las eliminatorias, donde veremos los cuartos de final, las semifinales y la final. Todo eso será un tiempo estupendo. También quisiera acabar dando las gracias a los representantes tanto de la ciudad como de la Diputación y de toda Andalucía por su apoyo y por su presencia aquí. Muy bien. Well, Mr. Haggerty, if you don't mind taking your place here as we'll begin with the draw in just a moment.
Yes, thank you very much, Dave, for your wonderful thoughts there. Now it's time for the draw. So let's take a look at the 16 teams from the World Group that will play the Davis Cup Finals for 2022.
Veamos el vídeo.
Well, that definitely got us all in the mood. Now, to conduct the draw, I'd like to welcome Jane Harvey, ITF referee. It's over to you, Jane, to get things underway.
Many thanks. Many thanks, Annabelle. The draw format has been explained in the previous video, so I would like to start conducting the draw by filling up my pots 1 to 4, which will then be drawn into groups A to D. So we have in our first pot, we have our seeded nations, which are seed number 1, Croatia, being the runner-up in the finals in 2021. Seed number 2, Spain. Seed number 3, France. And seed number 4, USA. In pot 2, we have our nations ranked 5 to 8. Germany, Canada, Italy, and Great Britain. And then in pot 3, we have our nations ranked 9 to 12, Kazakhstan, Belgium, Serbia, and Argentina. And then our final pot, pot 4, our nations ranked 13 to 16, Sweden, Australia, the Netherlands, and Korea Republic. So as the regulations state, our numbers 1 and 2 seeds will be placed into Group A and Group B. So at the top of Group A, we will have our number 1 seed, Croatia. And then at the top of Group B, we will have our number 2 seed, Spain. And we know that Group B will be played in Valencia. Then our seeds 3 and 4 will be drawn into Group C and D. So I will place these 2 balls into the trophy and ask Dave to draw 1 ball for me. So our first ball out will go into the top of Group C, which is France. France going to the top of Group C. And our last ball, hopefully, is the USA, which will go into the top of Group D. We then have pot 2 with the nations ranked 5 to 8. 3 of those nations are host nations as well, so they will go in and be drawn, whereas the other nation, Canada, we know will go into Group B. But we will first draw our nations to see which city we will be playing in for the other groups other than Group B. So, to go into Group A is Italy. So Italy will go into Group A, which means Group A will be played in Bologna. And then for Group C is Germany. So Group C will be played in Hamburg. And that means that Group D, which is Great Britain, will be played in Glasgow. And our last nation in pot 2, as I mentioned, is Canada. So Canada will play in Valencia alongside Spain. So next we take our pot 3, which has our nations ranked 9 to 12. And these will be drawn across the groups. So if I could ask Dave to... Okay, so Argentina goes into Group A to play in Bologna. Serbia goes into Group B to play in Valencia. And Belgium goes in Group C to play in Hamburg, which leaves us with our last nation, Kazakhstan, which will go to Glasgow to play in Group D. And finally, our last 4 nations, 13 to 16, I will put in the trophy and ask Dave again to draw for me. Thank you. So Sweden goes into Group A alongside Argentina, Italy, and Croatia to play in Bologna. Korea Republic goes into Group B to play alongside Serbia, Canada, and Spain in Valencia. And then into Group C, Australia, to play alongside Belgium, Germany, and France in Hamburg. And finally, the Netherlands, who will go into Group D to play alongside Kazakhstan, Great Britain, and the United States in Glasgow. The group stage of the Davis Cup by Rakuten Finals will take place week commencing the 12th of September. The top 2 teams in each group will progress to the knockout stage of the 2022 Davis Cup Finals, which will be held here in Malaga from the 21st to the 27th of November. The draw for the knockout stage will see the 4 group winners drawn against the 4 group runners-up in the quarterfinals.
Bien, al haber acabado ya los 4 grupos que se celebrarán a partir del 12 de septiembre, ahora los 2 primeros equipos de cada grupo serán los que avanzarán a la fase eliminatoria, que será aquí en Málaga del 21 al 27 de noviembre. El sorteo que ahora efectuaremos será los 4 ganadores y los 4 segundos para ver quiénes se enfrentan entre ellos.
So the winner of Group A will be placed on line 1, and the winner of Group B placed on line 8. The winner of Group C is placed on line 3, and the winner of Group D is placed on line 6. Then, with the runners-up of Group A and C, I will ask Dave to draw the balls with A and C on, and the first one out will be drawn to go onto line 5. Okay, which is C. So the runners-up of Group C go onto line 5, and then the runners-up of A will go onto line 7. Then with the runner-up of Group B and D, we would draw these onto the 2 remaining lines, 2 and 4. So D, the runners-up of Group D, will go on to line 4. Yes, that's right, 2. Line 2. And the runners-up of Group B will go on to line 4. Thank you very much, Annabelle. Over to you.
Thank you. I'll see you now.
You can get her to leave the stage. Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, both. So there's the draw for the Davis Cup by Rakuten Finals 2022. And already we can see there's some fantastic matchups in the group stage, which takes place in September, before we head to Malaga for the knockout stage in November. But before we get you to leave the stage, Dave, can you just give us your initial thoughts on some of the draw that you saw there?
Well, thanks, Annabelle. I think the first thing to mention is in Group B, Korea. This is the first time that Korea is in the finals under the new format, so congratulations to Korea. However, that's a very difficult group, so it should be some great tennis that'll be played in Valencia. Group A is well balanced. You have the runners-up last year, Croatia and Italy, Argentina and Sweden. Again, a very, very difficult group. And also, I think France, Group C, which will be in Hamburg. You have France, Germany, Belgium, and Australia. That will be some very interesting matches. You have 3 European nations and Australia as well. And Group D, which will be held in Glasgow, with the United States always a good matchup against Great Britain, Kazakhstan playing very well, and Netherlands, of course, as well. So there's no easy group. This is what the finals is about.
Certainly is.
Bien, muchas gracias. Sí, vemos que tenemos por delante unos partidos muy interesantes. En primer lugar, comentaré sobre B, que ahí, en Valencia hay que mencionar que Corea llega a esta fase final en el nuevo formato por primera vez, así que les felicitamos a ellos y creo que habrá ahí unos encuentros muy interesantes. Después, hablando del grupo A, pues Suecia, Croacia, Italia y Argentina obviamente nos van a dar un tenis espectacular. En C, pues ya pudimos ver los equipos que han entrado. Y en D, Glasgow, Estados Unidos contra Gran Bretaña, también Kazajstán. O sea, partidos excelentes en todos los grupos. Desde luego no va a ser fácil para nadie.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Haggerty. Y bien, como ya hemos dicho y se anunció hace unas semanas, Málaga acogerá en noviembre la fase final de esta Copa Davis, viendo los cuartos, las semifinales y la final. Los 8 mejores equipos estarán aquí en Málaga y se convertirá esta ciudad durante una semana en la capital mundial del tenis. Veamos ahora qué les espera a todos los seguidores que vendrán de otras partes del mundo para seguir esta competición. Let's see what many of the fans coming here can expect from this beautiful city.
Coming to Malaga is always a gift, because Malaga has everything you need. Mediterranean, modern. A city that enjoys an undeniable international reputation, widely recognized and deserved.
I've been a mile high, been low, seen 100 skies or so, haven't found a home. But God knows I won't rest, won't slow, waking with the sun. I'm gone to see what's waiting there. Feel the fire in my heart, feel the heat of fire start to keep running down around me. Tell you where it starts, gotta find the missing part, a piece of heaven I can call mine. Feel it down inside, you know it's gonna come. Baby, where you gotta go? Here's a big world, and you gotta roll.
There is no doubt that places such as this capture your heart. If you have come once, you will come back. And so, what are you waiting for? Malaga. Where better?
Mucho que ofrecer en Málaga y en Andalucía. Bien, ahora queremos invitar a don Francisco de la Torre a que nos acompañe en el escenario. Señor de la Torre.
Querido presidente de la Federación Internacional del Tenis, de International Federation Tennis, presidente, consejero de Educación y Deportes de la Junta de Andalucía, delegada municipal de Deportes y Cultura de nuestro ayuntamiento, director general de Deportes de la Diputación Provincial, querido compañero, Grupo Socialista, amigo Orellana, queridos amigos de Cosmos y sobre todo quiero saludar también al secretario general de la Consejería de Deportes, José María Raval, que ha conocido muy bien este proceso y ha estado, junto con su equipo, saludo a todo el equipo, querido consejero, trabajando para que este acontecimiento tenga lugar en Málaga, ¿no? Un gran acontecimiento deportivo, como ha quedado claro con las intervenciones anteriores del presidente de la Federación y las imágenes que hemos visto, ¿no? Yo quiero señalar la colaboración que en esta materia, querido consejero, tenemos la Consejería, el Ayuntamiento y la Diputación Provincial. Está el director general, el presidente no puede estar hoy aquí porque coincide con el Día de la Provincia en Gaucín, unas palabras de excusas por su no presencia, ¿no? Bueno, hemos visto los mejores equipos del mundo, van a estar como es natural en estas 4 ciudades, en Glasgow, en Hamburgo, en Bolonia y en Valencia, y van a tratar 8 de salir adelante. Primero para ganar esta copa maravillosa que está aquí luciendo bajo la luz de Málaga, ¿eh? Brilla de una manera especial en Málaga, la Copa Davis, diferente a otro sitio. Y sobre todo van a tratar de seguir adelante para que las aficiones de esos equipos vengan a Málaga. Es el sueño. El sueño de las aficiones de tenis de todos estos equipos es poder ver a su equipo entre el 21 y 27 de noviembre en Málaga y ganar. Bueno, tratamos nosotros que de Valencia vengan algunos equipos para acá, 2 equipos, dentro de esos 2 equipos, es normal que pensemos, querido presidente de la Federación Internacional, que España pueda estar aquí. Spain can win in Valencia, fair or two, arrive to Málaga. Then Spain, the final, Spain, the winner, 2022. Yo creo que eso sería muy redondo. Pero bueno, hay que ser deportivo y hay que pensar que cualquiera puede ganar porque aquí van a venir los mejores jugadores, no tenemos duda ninguna. Espero que sea un gran acontecimiento, inolvidable, y que sepan todos que Málaga, por algo además está aquí celebrándose este sorteo, tiene una oferta magnífica en todos los sentidos, gastronómica, paisaje, clima, etcétera. Pero cultural, en el plano cultural, tenemos museos como este que nos acoge, el Museo de Málaga. Algunas de las imágenes que están ahí, que hemos visto, yo he reconocido algunos de los cuadros de este propio Museo de Málaga. Es como un símbolo de la Málaga atractiva por muchas dimensiones, por muchas características, capaz en el Palacio de Deportes Martín Carpena, saludo a los responsables del Palacio, y estoy seguro que el área de deportes, querida delegada va a estar colaborando junto con el área de turismo y todas las áreas municipales y junto con las demás administraciones para que sea un éxito inolvidable. Copa Davis 2022, the best in all the history of the Davis Cup. Thank you.
Summarizing, dear authorities that are here with us, especially those from the city, from the region, and from the province, all of you are familiar with the long process that we went through to make it possible for this event to come here to Malaga, and you've seen in the images what we have to offer. I would like to thank the regional government and the provincial government for their collaboration. We know that the very best are going to be playing in the 4 cities. They will be competing to come here, to come to Malaga. It's a dream for all of them to be here and to win. And of course, we are especially anxious for a team from Valencia to make it here. Of course, the Spanish team. We want to see the Spanish team in the final, and we want to see the Spanish team win as well. But of course, sportsmanship is the most important thing, and that means that all of them are welcome and should do a wonderful job here. We believe and we hope that this will be an unforgettable event. Malaga has so much to offer, not only in sports, but also in culture, in tourism. And this museum is a symbol of that culture. It is somewhat of an icon in the city. So I'm sure that the areas of culture and of tourism of the city of Malaga will be involved to make sure that this is a great success for everyone. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, Eddie, and wonderful words as well. Thank you. Malaga and Andalucía are very familiar with the Davis Cup. The competition has been played here on 5 occasions in the past.
Efectivamente, en 5 ocasiones ya ha podido disfrutar Andalucía de la Copa Davis. Es la cuna de grandes deportistas, pero también de grandes artistas, como podremos ver en estas imágenes.
Bajo el sol, bajo este sol nuestro, que es mi luz, tenemos la tierra, el agua, el fuego y la nieve, el alma y el aire, en el aire, el mismo aire, hay oxígeno de más y libre como el viento, el ritmo, la fuerza, compartir la aventura de la vida. Aquí, sabemos de retos, de amistad, sabemos de equipo, defender nuestra alegría con gancho. Aquí el esfuerzo está en todo, en nuestras vidas, el lugar del deporte es Andalucía.
Andalucía te espera.
Andalucía, Región Europea del Deporte. Junta de Andalucía.
Y ahora invitamos a dirigirnos unas palabras el consejero de Educación y Deporte de la Junta de Andalucía, don Alejandro Cardenete.
Buenas tardes, good afternoon. Alcalde de Málaga, director general de Deporte de la Diputación, presidente de la Federación Internacional de Tenis, secretario general de Deporte, directora general de Planificación, Instalaciones y Eventos Deportivos, ladies and gentlemen, como consejero de Educación y Deporte y en nombre del Gobierno de Andalucía, quiero, en primer lugar, dar la bienvenida a toda la familia del mundo del tenis, en una tierra como la nuestra que entiende el deporte como parte esencial de la vida de nuestros ciudadanos y de la sociedad, como actividad generadora de salud y desarrollo que ayuda a impregnar valores esenciales en cualquier ámbito, especialmente en el de la educación. Nos encanta el tenis, los andaluces somos unos apasionados de este deporte, como hemos demostrado a lo largo de los años. Hemos tenido la oportunidad de compartir y disfrutar, se ha dicho ya en el día de hoy, momentos muy especiales vinculados con la Copa Davis. No en vano, 2 de las 6 ensaladeras por parte del equipo español fueron aquí, en Andalucía, en Sevilla, en el Estadio de la Cartuja, donde precisamente acabamos de vibrar con la final de la Copa del Rey de fútbol en una espectacular final e inolvidable. On behalf of Andalusia government, first of all, I would like to welcome the whole tennis family in a land such as ours that understands sport as an essential part of life, as an activity that promotes health and development, and also that helps to improve any area, especially education, with its essential values. Here in Andalusia, we love tennis. We Andalusians are passionate about this sport, as we have demonstrated over the years. We have had the opportunity to share and enjoy a very special moment linked with the Davis Cup. Not in vain, 2 of the 6 victories on the Spanish team went here, in Andalusia, in Seville, in the Estadio La Cartuja, where we have had last weekend the final cup, the King's final cup of football. We hope that Spanish team will be able to begin with, this tournament for the 7th time here in Málaga, as our mayor has said, in the Palacio de los Deportes Martín Carpena, where we'll host the best way, as we know, Andalusia, the highest best teams of the tournament on their fans. With one, we will share the best of our land, which in the sense of saying the best of us. I would like to thank the International Tennis Federation, especially its president, Mr. David Haggerty, as well as Cosmos Tennis, for the trust placed in us to work together in the responsibility of living up the prestige of such a special competition. We are looking forward to seeing you all in Andalusia in November, here in Málaga, when this city will become the tennis capital of the world. Os esperamos siempre en Andalucía y especialmente en el mes de noviembre en Málaga, que será la capital del tenis. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias, señor Cardenete. Pues bien, llegamos al final de este sorteo. Les damos las gracias a todos por habernos acompañado hoy aquí en Málaga y todos los que nos están siguiendo online. En las próximas semanas anunciaremos el calendario y posteriormente saldrá la información acerca de la venta de las entradas, tanto para la fase de grupos como para la fase final aquí en Málaga. Os invitamos a que sigáis los canales oficiales de la Copa Davis para estar al día de toda esta información.
Thank you very much, Eddie. Well, that does conclude the draw ceremony. We invite you to keep an eye on the website and the Davis Cup channels on social media for more updates about ticket sales for the group stage in September and the knockout stage in November. Thank you once again for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you very, very soon for some exciting action. Bye for now.
Adiós y buenas tardes. And thank you, Annabelle.
Thank you. Thank you, Eddie.
¿Pueden subir, por favor, para hacer una fotografía? El alcalde, el consejero, Mr. Haggerty, if you could come.